Hi, my name is Matt, and I am going to be doing a through hike attempt of the Appalachian Trail for 2019, starting on February 9th at Springer Mountain. Hopefully going as far up as I can towards Maine. I have 120 days to do it. I've been pushing this video off long enough, and I figured now that it's about 10 days before, I need to get it out. I'm also going to be doing my big 3 gear choices in this video, and then later on I'm going to be doing like my electronics, my clothing, my cook system, that kind of stuff later on. But for this video I'm going to be doing my big 3. So let's get to it. First thing I'm going to talk about is my pack, which is a Z-Packs Arcall in orange. I do have both side pockets and both shoulder strap pockets. I'm not going to be telling you the weights of everything. I'm going to be leaving it probably up in this corner or this corner. They don't say it's waterproof, but it's highly water resistant. One thing that I'm going to be putting inside of it is this black compactor bag or contractor bag. I don't know what it's called, but it's basically a big trash bag, and it goes inside your pack, and you put all the stuff you want to keep dry inside of that, and then you roll it down, and then anything that it doesn't matter if it gets wet or not, you put on top of that. And that's kind of how this works. It just adds a double layer of water protection. That way all that important gear doesn't get soaked. The next thing I'm going to be talking about is my sleep system. So the main thing for my sleep system is going to be, I'm not going to put it all in the shot right now, but it's going to be this Alighten Equipment Revelation quilt. Pretty good. It's a 10 degree, I think 850 fill power down. But one thing I did notice using this is I gotta use these straps. They got straps that kind of hold it to the sleeping pad. I tried using it without the straps, thinking that I'd still be okay, but I just found I move too much when I sleep, so I gotta use those straps. And those just keep it formed to the pad, to the sleeping pad, so you're not letting any drafts in. Also, another thing about this is it has a open foot box. Basically there's a little hole in there, but if you undo the elastic, it just stretches all the way out, so you can use it kind of like a blanket. Not going to be using that for the first couple months because it's going to be freezing, so. But I'm looking forward to using this piece of kit. Next thing is actually going to be what's inside of that, and it's this Sea to Summit Reactor Liner. I really like this liner because not only does it say it adds 25 degrees to your sleeping bag, but also if it gets dirty, you can wash this instead of having to try to wash your quilt. And then also once it starts getting warmer, I can just lay in this and I don't have to focus so much on my quilt. The next thing, as far as sleeping gear, is going to be my Neo Air X-Lite sleeping pad. One thing also notable about this is the R value. I'm not sure what the R value is either, and I'll go ahead and put that in the corner. One thing when you're leaving in the winter, you want to have a good sleeping pad with a good R value. And the last thing for my sleeping kit is going to be this little guy. So it's my pillow. A lot of people go with like a Sea to Summit Eros pillow, or like they do like a stuff sack that has some like fabric on it to where you can just put clothes in there. I'm going to be wearing most of my clothes since I'm starting in February. I'm going to be using this inflatable pillow. It's called the Big Sky Dream Sleeper. And it comes in this little bag. I'm just going to blow it up real quick just so you guys can see it and to see how much or how long it takes me to blow up. So when it's spread out, it kind of looks like this. And it's got like what you kind of got on your NeoAir X-Lite. Let's see how many it takes. So I took about 3 really big breaths. I'm gonna be out of breath after I blow up my sleeping pad anyways. But you see, I don't know if you can see my head and then how big this thing is. The only thing I don't like about it is just the feel of it. It's plasticky. What I'm gonna do though is I have a little buff. I'm gonna be carrying an extra buff with me anyways. And then, it's actually my first time putting this thing over this thing, but you just got a nice little pillow. So it's super lightweight. Check here for the weight, and it packs super small. Sure, you guys don't want to watch me deflate this, so I'll probably cut this out. Okay. And like I said, it packs really small. Okay, and the last thing is going to be my shelter. This tent right here is the Z-Packs Duplex. So I haven't used this tent yet, but I am looking forward to the space of the tent. And as I go along the trail, I'll let you guys know how I feel about it. On from the tent is going to be my stakes. So I am carrying 2 different kinds of stakes. 8 of these. Not sure if it's going to focus, but these are the MSR Groundhog Minis. I like these because they stick in the ground and they don't really move. Some of the other ones I've had, they either aren't sturdy enough, they kind of wiggle or something like that, so I figured I'd just go with these. I'm willing to take the weight penalty. A lot of people say you just need to go with like some shepherd's hooks or something like that, but I'm just taking 8 of these, and then I'm going to be taking 2 shepherd's hooks just in case. And I do have more of these. If for some reason I find myself not wanting to use these, I'll have my wife send me these, and then I'll end up using those. One thing I don't like about the MSR groundhogs is you get a lot of dirt on them, which obviously you're putting them in the dirt, but you just have to take 3 fingers, just kind of clean them off after, because if you just put them in your bag, you're going to be carrying like an extra couple pounds just because of all the dirt. And then the last thing, it's not really a shelter, or it's not really part of my tent system, but it's going to be my ground cloth. It's just a thing of Tyvek. I just ordered this. I haven't had a chance to cut it down or wash it or anything, but mainly this is going to be for when I sleep in shelters, when I'm forced to sleep in the shelters for like the Smokies and that kind of stuff. So it's basically just going to be long enough and wide enough for me to sleep on in the shelters. And then they also say you need to wash it. It makes it a little less crunchy, if you can hear that. So I'm going to wash it. Other thing I want to talk about, it's really weird kind of talking to a camera. It's just weird that you're just talking to yourself. Once I get on the trail, I've done some trail vlogging before. I haven't posted any of it, but I do like to ramble. And if you like that, then feel free to listen to it all. If you don't, one thing that I've found is you I don't know if it's going to be in this corner or this corner, but there's going to be 3 dots. If you hit that 3 dots, you can go down the list, and there's an option for playback speed. If you just want to see everything and you don't want to hear whatever anybody's saying, or sometimes if they talk slow enough, you can put it at 1.5 speed, and you can listen to it all and you can see it all. But I do that a lot. And I hope this video didn't last too long. I'm going to be posting some more videos, probably like my clothing, electronics, and my cook system, like I said. Those hopefully will be a little shorter, and I'll see you on the trail.